Watch Whimsy. Like. Subscribe. Ring that bell. Hi, I'm Katie, and this is Watch Whimsy, where I review wonderful and wonky women's watches in a variety of price ranges. It is First Impression Friday, which means I'm going to talk to you about a watch that I have tried on my wrist or have seen online and tell you what I think of it after my first impression. Today, I'd like to talk about the Breitling Chronomat. I have tried on two different versions of this watch, and I will talk about both of them. They both have similar specifications as far as how they run and the basics of their design, but there are some minor differences as well. I have tried on both the copper-colored dial with the two-toned stainless steel and 18-karat red gold bracelet, as well as the limited edition mint green Chronomat South Sea. Both of these are 36 millimeters with unnumbered indices with diamonds marking each hour right against the numbered chapter ring. They have unidirectional bezels, but without lume at one point of it, so I'm not really sure what the point of that is. They are both self-winding mechanical movements with the Breitling 10 caliber, and it is COSC certified. 42-hour power reserve, and while there is not lume around the bezel, there is lume on the inside, on the hands, and on each indices. One feature I really like about this watch is that instead of having a white date window, the date window is actually colored the same as the dial. As far as the copper-colored Chronomat that I tried on, it has a diamond set bezel, which is very lovely. It is available in two separate colors of white and copper dials. For the type of bracelet, the website said straight, but I'm not entirely sure what that means. I don't know if that's a bracelet style or not, because on the alligator strap, it also says straight. I'm not very familiar with the different bracelet types of Breitling, so you have to just go by the image that it is showing. This one also features a butterfly clasp. The South Sea is actually really beautiful in my personal opinion. I would love to have the beige colored dial at one point. The mint green is also lovely. I am not particularly fond of the blue one in my personal opinion. In this limited edition, instead of a bracelet, it actually has an alligator strap. But it seemed as though if I wanted a bracelet, they would be willing to work with me on that as well. I would imagine it would probably be an extra cost on top of the alligator strap. Something worth mentioning for this watch in general is that it appears as though on the website that it doesn't have a screw down crown. To be honest, when I tried it on, I did not actually check that. So you'd have to try it on in person to be sure. What it said was not screw locked to gaskets. So if I'm going by what the website said, I'm guessing that means that there's no screw down crown, which to me is kind of a negative as far as a underwater watch. I'd like for my underwater watches to have the screw down crown, and these are both rated for 100 meters. When you go to the website to find these beautiful watches, you will click on watches and on the beautiful image of Charlene's Theron where it says women's. And from there, you can narrow down your search to the Chronomat. And from there, you will be able to find all of the varieties of Chronomat that are available. And there are many available aside from the two that I tried on. Is it worth it for this watch? Well, I guess it would depend on what you want this watch for. If you're wanting to have this watch for actual diving, which let's be real, it's 100 meters with no lume on the noon on the bezel. So I would say probably not for diving. If you're looking for a lovely woman's watch that you won't have to worry about, this one is going to fit into that category. It has a sapphire crystal, and like I said, it's good for 100 meters, so you don't have to worry about getting it wet. And Breitling has excellent customer service. I recently sent in my Super Ocean to get the crystal replaced, and rather than just replace the crystal, they did a full workover on the entire thing, and it came back beautiful. So if you do end up scratching the anti-reflective on the surface, that is easily taken care of with a trip to Breitling. In my recommendation, though, would be if you can live with a minor scratch, you should keep it. just because it does take quite some time for it to come back to you. It might also be worth mentioning that they recently came out with an ice blue color for their women's Chronomat and for the regular Chronomat for men. It appears as though this ice blue color is stainless steel only, and it has a diamond set bezel. The Chronomat South Sea will run you $8,500. If you want to get the version with the diamond set bezel and two-tone stainless steel in red gold, that is going to be a bit more expensive at $11,750. So you'll have to decide whether that is a price point more than what you want to pay or not. If you ask me, your money will be better spent on the new Breitling Super Ocean Heritage 57 Pastel Paradise in the color of aquamarine. It's personally one on my list of really want watches, and that one will cost you $4,630, which is significantly less than the Chronomat that I've been talking about. But to each his own, to her own in this case. That's going to be it for this time. I'll see you next time, and keep on telling time. Bye. Watch Whimsy. Like. Subscribe. Ring that bell.